Welcome to SKML Chess Academy. Today match we will be discussing about the game between Magnus Carlsen versus Arjun Erigaisi, Indian Grandmaster. This match, although Indian fans celebrated the victory of Erigaisi, but Erigaisi himself told that it's a drawn game, but unfortunate incident happened. While Magnus on the 46th move 45th move when Ergasi played knight d4, leaving the a5 pawn undefended. While capturing the a5 pawn, Magnus Carlsen slipped, his hand slipped, and the queen flew away from his hands. And that time he was having only 4 seconds on the clock and he lost on time. He banged the table. It's not a desperation bang. Actually, most of us thinking whenever Carlson is banging the table, we are thinking that he is desperate. And no, it is the will to win the tournament. He has a, and that is what he said. Although he lost this match, he subsequently uh, won the tournament. Next day, he beat everybody and he won the in the finals. He beat Abdur Nobderek, and he won the uh, chess Blitz champion. Although he is combined chess champion in the uh, rapid section, but he won this. Let us see how this match proceeded. Most of the time, this game started in the Sicilian and converted into and transformed into a French structure. E4, C5, knight f3, E6, H3, A6, C3, D5, E5. Here, Magnus Carlsen, you see, whenever the Sicilian they are playing, they will always try to play the D5. So that's why Argesi played first E6 and then D5. Here, Carlsen closes this center with the E5, occupying the more space, so not allowing the knight to come to the natural square F6. So here, Bishop D7, this is a novelty. Normally, knight comes first to knight c6. Here, he developed the bd7, and sometimes in the match earlier, they played d4 and won the match against Stoyanov and Castillo. The match went after e4, d4, bishop c4, b5, bishop e2, d3, bishop f1, queen d5, b3, queen e4, bishop e2, knight d7, knight g5, and queen e4. So in this, he black won comfortably. But here, this is the novelty. Here, I think Magnus Carlsen himself has played d4. These are all unusual lines, and here queen b6 was played, and bishop d3 and bishop b5. Here bishop c2. White is now here slightly better, but slowly the match turned in the to the favor of Arjun Ergasi. A5, a4, bishop a6, knight b d2, knight c6, knight b3, c into d4, knight b into d4, bishop c5, bishop e3, queen into b2, king d2. And here Arjun Ergasi got an advantage with qb6, because here it's a very interesting line. You see, here the king from e2 came to the rescue of the c3 pawn. Most of the time, we normally casual and leave that pawn. We sacrifice the pawn. But here, Carlsen played very a typical move. I never see a move like this. King d2 he played, so that he saved this pawn. Then Ergasi gone back, qb6. So it is with this, so many youngsters who are watching this video should learn how to protect pawns. Okay, black is more active here. Rook e1, knight g e7, rook b1, queen c7. I am going fast with these moves because it is all self-explanatory. Knight b5, bishop into e5, check, and rook into e3. Bishop into e5, b5, and a into b5. Actually, rook into b5 is keeps fighting. D4, c into d4, knight b4, rook c3, queen b6, bishop e4, rook d8, king e1, h6, and queen e2. Yeah, you can see this. This match turned very quickly to end game, and you know that Carlsen is a end game expert, and slowly he grind the opponent to win the end game. But in this, it is a queen end game, queen and knight end game. It turned castles, king f1, rook c8, rook bc1, rook into c3, rook into c3. Here, Erigaisi, instead of playing, he played rook c8, and actually rook knight b d5 is the uh, one which will give him some advantage. Rook c8, rook into c8, check. Immediately, Carlsen exchanged it, and rook into c8. Now white got advantage. So knight into c8, queen c4. This is the movement. This is the move he want to prevent with the rook c8. He has seen Arigashi want to prevent the rook queen c4. That's why he played rook c8 and rook into c8, knight into c8. Now queen c4. That's why Carlsen immediately cancelled this move and he played his queen to c4. I am stressing only these points where uh, the people who played recently tournament, they can watch this type of maneuvers and exchange at the right time of exchange. They can pick up from these games. Knight a7, king g1, king f8, d5 is the dubious move. Here you should have played knight d2, e into d5, b into d5, queen b5, queen c7. Here knight d5, queen d8 also, it is said as a dubious move. Queen e8, queen into d5. Here now we can see white has 4 pawns and knight, and black has 5 pawns and knight. So black is a pawn up, and knight c6, queen c5, kg8, qb5, queen d7, king h8, queen c7, g3, queen d7, king g2, h4. Here h4, he played h5. Actually, queen e7 gives the black little advantage. After h5, white played knight g5, which gives advantage back to the black. It is, since it is a blitz game, the engine will show like this, but it's very difficult to play on board in a blitz. King g7, e6, f into e6, queen b2, e5, queen b6. This is the where this queen b6 is a, he should push on, keep on pushing this pawn. He should try, or here I should try the queen b5, not allowing the pawn to come to a4. Here, Erigaisi blundered this pawn to knight d4. Both players here got very less time on the clock. I think about 4 seconds for the Carlsen. But here, while grabbing the pawn, while grabbing this pawn, this queen slipped from the hands of the Magnus and flew away and fell on the ground. So after he picking up, the meanwhile then he got little bit confused, but his presence of mind allowing him to stop the clock, but without the piece he cannot stop the clock. So you know that he lost on time. But afterwards, when he won the game, win the world championship Blitz, he gave interview. Then in one when he was asked, what is the difference? How he is winning so many trophies? He said only one thing. He said the thing different between me and others is others coming um, Maybe they are happy for a second place or third place or winning some prize money and all. But I am not here. I am coming here to win trophies. So that is the one. So you should be very clear in your mind. And yeah, you not winning a trophy is a bad for him. That is how Carlsen is winning the trophies. That's all in this video. Thank you for watching. Please share, subscribe, and press the bell icon button.